making, and it's Black History Month. Time to celebrate the beauty of Black culture and all its history. Now, as a dark-skinned person, as you can see, I am compelled to do something and participate in this month somehow. For example, there's the Black History Month character jam for rivals. Now, I am way too behind on all of my characters to participate, and I was actually asked to be a judge, which is really freaking cool. So I'm up here to participating. But I still want to make a character because that just seems fun. So listen, with my last character, Alera, I got to learn so much about capoeira and Brazilian slave history and all that stuff, and I want to do something like that again because that was just really interesting to learn about. So stick around, I'm going to make a Black fighting game character, and you're going to help me, because if you don't, you're gonna leave this video right now on Black History Month.
Love a black woman for infinity.
There are so many angles we can hit this from. There are thousands of different cultures in Africa alone. Or we can focus on a more modern American point of view. I don't know, where should we start? Yeah, let me be selfish for it. I'm Haitian, so you're Asian? You don't look Asian. Haitian. I'm Haitian, like by Florida, the Dominican Republic, the earthquakes. Oh yeah, the earthquake. Yeah. I looked into Haitian culture a lot because I already knew a lot about it, obviously. But when it came to a moveset, it just was not working. Haiti is most known for their practice of voodoo, but colonizers in Western media villainized the hell out of it to further push Christianity, so the last thing I want to do is add to that by weaponizing it in a fighting game. Especially because they don't practice harming with voodoo. They perform and offer gifts to gods and other spirits for health and protection. If it was like an MMO or something, and yeah, then maybe this would make like a good support class, but for now I'm gonna pass on that idea. But I really wanted to do something Haitian still, so I did a little bit more digging and I hit a gold mine. Haitian machete fighting? Now we're talking a swordie? Okay. This is really cool because growing up my dad always had a machete in the garage, so I don't know, it connected all the dots. I was like, yes, I need to do this. Anyway, machete fencing has played a huge role in not only their revolution, but even like just in war. When they were under the French military, there weren't enough guns to go around, so you had to use what you had, and the only weapons they had access to were machetes because as slaves they were used to cut the sugarcane. I was so surprised to see that this is still practiced today. Not slavery, the sword fighting. I'll leave links to everything in the description because it's so interesting how they're still continuing going on. Okay, get on with the design, dude. Come on. So what do we have so far? A Haitian person with a machete. Okay, let's make them a woman just for at the very least representation. The nice thing is they don't really have a consistent outfit for this, so I can kind of do whatever I want. The only issue is most of these videos are of men. When I looked up specifically woman though, I found this powerful image. Her, she is the blueprint. Yes, queen, I know it's from a movie, but it's still about Haiti, so chill. Generally though, they wear kind of tight-fitting, a little loose, breathable clothing, and they have little to no accessories, or even they don't really wear shoes. So there, we have something, but it needs more character. But to do that, I have to talk about... Okay, we got the machete, but that like can't be it. What else can we infer from machetes? Well, the first thing that caught my eye was the elegance, because, you know, maybe it's just because they're practicing, or maybe it's because they're pros at what they're doing, but the way they move is reminding me of capoeira. You know, they're always moving, they're kind of spinning, it's still aggressive at times, but like, you know, they're so elegant, and they have a hand behind their back at all times, because, you know, it's one-handed, it's fencing, so they have one hand behind their back. It also seems like there are different kind of styles of the Haitian machete fighting, specifically like ballistic. You can go a bit like faster in like a stronger striking style. I saw people using like fake outs, and even more like jabs with the sword instead of just like swinging it. And maybe this is a newer thing because this video's from summer 2021. Like this, I'm telling you, this is like alive right now. So I think incorporating a lot of that stuff can make it a lot more in depth. But something else I noticed was a lot of dust and dirt would be picked up during the fight. I don't think it was intentional, but a lot of the movement is low to the ground. Sometimes they're sliding on one knee and like poking at your toes or something. So dirt and dust tends to pick up. Now I want to make sure that they play the character similar to how you would do it in real life. So I want to encourage that sort of grounded play, like a grounded but yet like evasive play style would be ideal. So no projectiles or anything, but a stun or even like a command grab could work. Okay, I think I have enough to go off of for the design, so let me see what I can do. Okay, starting off, black woman with a machete. I want her to have the same sort of hair as the woman from the picture, because that seems like the short kind of hair seems pretty safe for fighting. I want to have a confident and strong personality and attitude, so I don't really want her to have like exposed too much of her body, but I also want her to expose some, because I don't know, scars and bruises and stuff from her skin, like a badass warrior could be pretty cool. So I had some sketches here. I started going to more of clothing. I wanted it to be pretty like tight fitting for the most part, but again, I don't want to sexualize her, so I'll have some sort of cloth around the waist or the body, some sort of like ribbons, or I was doing like flowers too, because a lot of that kind of clothing that I'm just looking at for Haitian culture as a whole, or really just Latinx culture, has a lot of these like flowy sort of dresses and fluffy things, all these flowy bits, and also it kind of looks like dust. The little bubbles it makes, it kind of looks like dust. So I was like, okay, it kind of mixed together. And also I just watched Encanto, so like I'm a little inspired, but I think this is going good. I had these 3 ideas, and I liked all these ideas, but I kind of mixed them all together for a little bit just to try to get something even more condensed that I really did like. It is mostly tight fitting clothing, not very revealing, but also has some rips at the leggings and the knees because of that grounded movement. You're gonna be like sliding around. I kept that puffy flare on the opposite side of her sword arm because there's already a lot going on the sword arm. And I even did a bit at the shoulder there, keeping up the sort of like chest, the little crop top thingy going on. I also gave her a glove because I felt like it would be helpful while you're holding a machete all the time. I'm assuming she has a glove on her other hand, but it's behind her back, so who cares? But the only issue I had was with the colors, because I really just cannot decide how I wanted it. I know I wanted to use red and blue because of the flag colors, but I didn't know exactly how I wanted to like prioritize the colors. I really wanted them to pop out though, so besides the red and blue, I stuck with black and white, and at the end of testing some things, I had these 2 left. I like this one because it looks more like a traditional fighting uniform, but with a bit of flair added. But the right one feels way more unique, like an actual like individual character, which I like, and it makes the blade pop out a lot more because you'll probably be swiping across your chest a little bit. So I couldn't decide, so I asked Twitter, and they seem to like number 2 as well. So I'm gonna go with number 1 as the winner for now, which is cool because I think that does lead to more alt options with the extra 2 colors here. So yeah, that's very cool. And I already did a lot of the design already knowing the moveset. It's just easier for me. I just haven't told you guys the moveset yet. We're gonna get into that in a second, but I'm just gonna do a full art of the character just for the flair. So honestly, at the time I'm recording this, I'm not 100% done with the final drawing, but here it is. I also made a bunch of alts, which I think is very cool. They probably look cool. And there's a couple things that I'm thinking of that I don't know if I actually did or not. Like I might want to add some extra little details, like some gold ridges on it to further convey the flag and really emphasize that, because I know there's already a lot of red, white, and blue. I don't want it to look too much America. No, that's not what we're doing. So I need to give something else. I need to give a little bit of gold for the canon things and stuff like that. So I don't know, I might spice it up a little bit, but besides just some adjusting some what's the word, proportions, that's what I was thinking of. It's the same kind of pose, the same kind of deal. This is what she kind of looks like. Okay, sorry, we can get into the moveset now. Okay, starting with her gimmick, I guess I'm just gonna call this dust. So here's what I'm thinking, right? All of her grounded moves will not only just move her forward a little bit, but they will also give dust behind her. Depending on the move, it can either be level 1, level 2, or level 3 dust. Kind of like Forest Burn's cloud thing, but it's only on the ground. If she's in any of the small dust, she loses landing lag for all her aerials. But if it totals up to 10, so for example, if you have like 3 level 3 dust and 1 level 1 dust somewhere on the field, then they combine to cover the whole bottom stage in this dust. Now this will stay here for a little bit, While she's in this dust, she moves faster, less ending lag, generates more hit stun on opponents, and can move while charging her smash attacks. That's pretty fucking broken, but I think it's fucking cool. It does go away after a little bit, and if it's not at a 10 and you still have just a bunch of smaller clouds, if somebody uses a strong enough attack, it will just blow the clouds away and make them disappear. So you can just erase them. Yeah, I know, a brown character hiding in like dust, it feels wrong, I know, but it's the only way I could think to really promote this grounded fighting style, because obviously you don't jump while fencing, not at all. In fact, they crouch and slide a lot, making this dust. So to me, it felt like I was accurately portraying the fighting style, and I hope it's coming across that way. Okay, now onto actual moves. Now there is a secondary gimmick sort of thing, because in this fighting style they emphasize a lot of like the back of the blade or the front of the blade, and they use it for different things. It might be more of a sparring thing, but it seems like there are uses where you would want to use the back of the blade instead of the front of the blade, to maybe do some like stronger, like knocking out hits or something, like, I don't know. But anyway, I think it would be cool, if not even super useful in the game, a visual touch to add color to the smears would be very cool. So when it's the back of the sword, it's going to be a blue blade for like quicker combo type of moves, but when it's a red smear, it's those slower kill moves. I'm basing this off Rivals, obviously, so she's going to have a 3-hit jab, and each of those jabs are going to give her 1 dust. Her F tilt, she does a little spin and swipes down overhead. This will give her 2 dust. Up tilt is a crescent upwards swinging motion, giving you 2. Dash attack is a strong, powerful blow. It stops your momentum as well. It gives you 2 dust. Her crouch, she bends a knee, so the down tilt would be like a forward stepping little swipe. Would be 1 dust. For the smash attacks or strong attacks, depending on how long you charge it, it'll give you 2 or 3 dust. So for like the down strong, it's like a back turning vertical swipe down, and depending on how you charge, it gives you a different amount of dust. And the F strong would first swing low and then swing right at the waist. It'll be like a 2-hit thing. The up smash would be like a twirling twist kind of spin hitty up move. Honestly, the air moves are less important. I don't really want to emphasize the air moves at all. I think that they can mimic defensive motions as attacks, because that is a huge part of the fighting style, which is like being defensive. So they could portray more of like a block, or like putting the sword like, what's the word, parallel, not parallel, the opposite of parallel, to like block an attack. But then as that motion itself could be the attack, just subtly. Okay, special time. Down special is a powerful stun. She stomps the floor for like a feint attack, and it kind of works like Mewtwo's detect. If you're facing someone, they'll be stunned. If they try to parry, they'll be super stunned. And regardless, even if you don't hit, you'll still get 1 dust. Side B is sort of like a command grab, you know, when those swords like chain with each other and they're pushing to see who's stronger. It's basically that. It would keep any momentum, so if you're moving, you would like kind of keep moving for a bit. You can either just cancel the attack, which will still get you 1 dust, or you can hit the attack and push them away with a powerful attack while you're clashed together, and then you'll get 2 dust. Neutral B is a multi-hitting swords dance, kind of like Marth's side B, or even like Meta Knight's tornado, but it's stationary, so you can choose which way the move ends like Marth, so you can kind of send them up or forward or whatever the heck, but it's a stationary move. Up B is a large backwards crescent swipe, because how many other ways can you swing a sword up? And I don't really want you swinging the sword up anyway. This should be like a finisher move. Again, Marth, very much Marth vibes. Okay, you get the vibe. I am already like imagining combos. Wait, actually hold on. 2-hit jab into up tilt, then F tilt, side B, hit them forward, down B to stun them, dash attack them, boom, now you have max dust, and you can probably charge like an up smash and chase them in the smoke and get them with it. Like, oh my gosh. Now maybe, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and balance this right now. This is just for fun. This is just an idea. This is a concept. But, I don't know. I'm already having really fun just imagining like beautiful dances with dust flying everywhere, and then all of a sudden like powerful charges and strong attacks, like, and all the colors from the sword swiping, even if you mix the alts up, and how pretty you can even make the dust if there's like sediment and it's like pretty and it's like shining and shimmering. Like, I don't know, this could be really, really fun and pretty. I really like the idea of a grounded sword fighter, kind of like Little Mac with the sword, especially one from my culture, because I don't know, it's just you don't see this all the time. I'm not going to fully mod her into rivals. This is just an idea, okay? If you want to, hey, just let me know. But I'm not going to actually fully do this. This is the kind of videos that I like making. I like making movesets, I like making characters and concepts, and you know, just seeing what you guys think and explaining myself because it's fun. Maybe after a couple of these sort of videos, I'll hold a vote and maybe I'll make one of them playable. But for now, just tell me what you think. Are you participating in the jam too? If not, what would you do? Would you do something like this? Would you, if you were a judge, do you think this is something like good? I know you can't play her, but like still. And if you like her, she doesn't have a name yet. Sabriel, you know, Sab like sand in Creole, and Brielle like heroine of God, God's bravest woman, and Creole is the language in Haiti. So, you know, Sabriel, kind of Gabrielle, but Sabriel. I know it should have like a feminine like Sabriella, but I don't, how necessary is that? Like I want, let's break the norms. Let's just do Sabriel, that's feminine enough. Let's go with that. And as a little bonus, I think her stage could be like what I had imagined Alara's stage to be, like a dirt field with some tall trees in the back and people all around cheering on the fight, kind of like a Street Fighter stage or something like that, or one of Equinox's stage with all the other workshop characters in the background. I think that would be like really cool. Now, I'm pretty fucking proud of this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really happy to see something like this. If this was like an entry, like I would lose my shit. And there are already amazing other entries like going on in the Discord, so I can't wait for those to be playable at the end of the month. And sometime in early March, I'll live stream myself judging it on Twitch, so please go follow me there for that if you are interested. Anyway, though, designing characters like this is literally my favorite thing to do. If there's any subject or culture or even like a weapon that you want to see next and have see like a whole character based off of like this, please let me know. I have a shit ton of ideas, but you might have better ones, so just let me know. Anyway, happy Black History Month, y'all. I will see you next week, early March, next year, or never. Love you. Better like and subscribe because Black History Month on Black. Reparations. Thank you. Bye.